Alright, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing fine. Back again with another horror game. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but I saw that it looks cute, the art style, so maybe it's not that scary. Next, let's start the gameplay tutorial. Hey, sorry there, I'ma just have to cut in because this part is too long, so I'ma just give you a quick summary as to how the game works. So basically, on the upper right corner you have 4 talismans. This is regular, we have thunder, fire, and invisibility, and you can also correct one of these, ghost fire, that you can use later. There's a cat that will explain it, why you need to collect that. The thunder is an AoE attack. The fire is like a landmine. The invisibility is just invisible. There's only one evil spirit in the train, and you can't go to the next train unless you exorcise the evil spirit in the current train you're in. Yeah, and that's it. The game is made with RPG Maker MV, so there might be some limitations in the operation or expression. This is due to the engine's limitation. Please understand and be patient. I wish you an interesting exorcism adventure. Ran away from home and came to Tokyo to study painting for 1 year. 1 year? Alright. My parents haven't even made a single phone call to me. I can only rely on part-time work to earn money and work study. They never cared about me, nor did they care if I died. Jesus Christ, that became so dark and sad all of a sudden. The last thing I remembered them saying to me was, "Get out of this house, don't spend our money." Some time ago, by chance, I joined a exorcism organization set up in Tokyo by Chinese compatriot. They came to Tokyo to investigate an ancient organization that had killed many people in pursuit of immortality, always with the immortality shit. While working in the store, I was spotted by my current senior sister, who invited me to join the exorcism division. Part-time exorcist income is much higher than a convenience store cashier. Recently, there have been consecutive cases of people going missing in the Tokyo subway. The common feature of the missing person is they entered the subway station late at night but never came out. After a week of investigation by the police, the truth came to light. These people mistakenly boarded a train from 2004. According to records, this train had long been destroyed, but now it reappears late at night. The police acknowledged that it was beyond their capabilities. Our Tokyo Exorcism Division has secretly cooperated with the Japanese police for many years. Okay, at least the police have some common sense. Because in the past, when they handled similar supernatural cases by themselves, the police paid a heavy price. So, this is my character, Lee Swanmin. Swanmin, how is it going? How does it feel to be on a mission by yourself? Are you nervous? Don't worry, the branch of the high entropic state carried out on this side of the remote sensing is a level that you can handle. Moreover, the 8 trigrams talisman on your chest has been enlightened, and is a sacrifice of 10 years of someone else's life in exchange for the talisman. My throat is getting dry from all this reading. It is able to protect you, and even if you are in danger, it will be able to get you back. You can try again from the beginning. Also, the talisman I gave you, you have to use it sparingly. It's very precious. If you come back from a mission with a surplus, you can exchange each one for a bonus from the department. But I seem to have been given only 10 number of sheets. These aren't the usual talismans you see in Taoist temples. These are real things that have been enlightened and have real spiritual power. Each one of them has been blessed with spiritual power. Each one of these talismans has a huge price to pay in exchange. Are you done yapping? Meow, little girl. Don't be in a hurry to leave. I've got something good. I want to make a deal with you. I want the talismans you have in your hand. No? What's wrong with you? Why do you want my talisman? Of course I can't give this to you. It's a tool I use to ward off evil spirits. Don't be nervous. It's a fair deal. See this twister next to me? It's my specially made twister. It's not an ordinary thing. You only need to spend 1 talisman at a time to make a twisted egg extraction. It's a f***ing gotcha. It's a scam! Perhaps the items you can acquire from it are much more valuable than the talisman in your hand. Don't you want to try? You're sure to have a surplus of talismans in your hand anyway. You see, what did I tell you? It's a scam. What's your problem? Come play a few games with Clown Kaiji, how about it? I ignored the clown's question since it has already appeared. I just need to stick the talisman, and it will be exorcised. I brought the talisman gun close to this clown, but unexpectedly. What the Don't be naive. If you don't beat me in the game, you can find my true body. Or do you want to bet your life not play the game and directly bet that the one you choose as my true body? You only have one chance. The middle one, I guess. Oh, it was the wrong one. Yay! They did say I can keep going. Have you seen those greenish blue flames floating in the compartment? As you can see, they're my spirit flames. In exchange for 3 spirit flame, I let you draw a free twister. Hey, hello, is it someone else? Is anyone there? Can you come over here? There's no one. Is that a body? There are really other people, it's not my illusion. Hello, little girl. Why is she panting? Very suspicious. I don't want to get close to you. There's an origami crane on the ground. It seems a bit strange. 27. The back of the paper has some words written. Don't believe what that man says. Can this message be trusted? Is it possible that this message is meant to mislead? Dude, I never trusted him to begin with. Oh! The cage is open. A brand new chainsaw seems to have been placed here not long ago. Do you want to take the chainsaw? I take it. Oh my god, what is that? What is happening? Okay. I've been waiting for Moon. I've been waiting for many years. Has Moon forgotten me? No, has Moon reincarnated? I am here to wait for Moon. Maybe one day her soul will find me. I'm afraid you won't be able to wait for Moon. I'm an exorcist. I don't want to kill you. If I wanted to kill you, you wouldn't even have a chance to expel me and will die here. Little girl, do you want to try? No. I waited for a long time. It gets a little boring. How about you keep me company and chat for a while? Chat, black shiny hair, pale skin, glowing crimson pupils. So beautiful that I was struck speechless. Can I show this on YouTube? Actually, let's play a turtle soup game. Do you know how to play it? No. Okay. It's about her past life. That's gotta be it. In a idol group, the most popular member, Moon, was exposed for having a secret relationship a few months ago. After leaving the group and disappearing for several months, her dead body was discovered in a rented apartment. The cause of death, poisoning. At the scene of her death, who along with her body was another girl of the idol group, Mio. According to media reports, Mio and Moon were inseparable and confidants within the group. The exposed photo of Moon with her secret boyfriend was taken by none other than Mio. Moon's secret boyfriend was an ordinary man, a low-ranking office worker. He had been Moon's high school classmate, though they were not a couple back then. Before the secret relationship was exposed, both Mio and Moon were shortlisted as potential lead actresses for a highly anticipated new film by the nation's most renowned director. They were competitors for the role. The public believed that Mio had always known the truth about Moon's secret relationship and chose to expose it during the casting competition to secure the role for herself. 1 month after Moon was poisoned in the rented apartment, Mio died by jumping in front of a subway train. Question: what is the truth of the matter? Okay, so the first question, we already know the answer. Were Moon and her exposed boyfriend truly in a relationship? That we can ask. Was Moon still alive when Mio arrived at the rental apartment? Okay, this one we can ask. Was there any romantic feeling between Mio and Moon's boyfriend? So 2 is yes. Okay, Moon was still alive. No. Okay, so Mio didn't like the boyfriend. I don't know, maybe there's some YURI going on. Mio like Moon? Was Mio killed by Moon's boyfriend? Did Mio poison Moon in the rental apartment? Are you Mio? Was either Mio or Moon's death accidental? These are all really good questions. I can ask this one. Okay, so Mio didn't kill her. Okay, so the boyfriend killed Mio. No? Oh sh**. There's not enough info. First question, was Moon poisoned by Mio? No. Second question, was Mio the one who exposed Moon's secret relationship? No. Was Mio death a suicide? Yes. Did Mio secretly love Moon? Yes. That's cool! See, I was right. It's the Yuri. You answered everything correctly. I didn't expect you to see through the truth. Perhaps you can truly understand me. So the deduction is Moon killed herself. Then Mio killed herself. Because Moon isn't alive anymore. So Mio, she thinks there's no purpose in being alive. That's it. Alright, next I'll tell you the truth of the story. For so long, I've had no one to share my story with, and the word's hatred for me has never ceased. So the media thinks she's the one who killed Moon. This endless hatred from the word keeps torturing me even after my death. This resentment has gathered upon me, trapping me in this cycle. My name is Mio, a member of a girl idol group. And Moon was the most beautiful, most popular member of the group. Moon was a natural idol. Come picking an idol. Even those beautiful women in paintings seemed less lively and exquisite compared to her. She was lively, cheerful, and full of energy. Becoming the most popular top idol was only a matter of time for her. As members of the same girl idol group, spending every day together, she and I became inseparable, sharing everything. Day by day, I was continuously moved by her cuteness and kindness. I was a dull person with no hobbies in my life. My days were gray, monotonous, and joyless. Becoming an idol was merely a way to make money and survive. There are people like that. They don't like their jobs. Even if they seem good at the job, that doesn't mean they like it. I was incapable and unintelligent, unfit for other jobs. The only thing I had was a decent appearance and a tall figure. Before long, I realized that my feelings for her went far beyond friendship. Afraid of losing her completely, there were countless times I wanted to kiss her and hug her, but I had to hold back. Just being able to stay by her side is enough. I know Moon will never like me in that way. She liked boys, and that was the reason I decided I would never confess. She and I shared everything, and one day during a meal, she quietly revealed a secret to me. She had started dating someone in secret. I listened calmly on the surface, continuing to eat, but my hands couldn't stop trembling. However, when I saw her eyes filled with anticipation and her blushing cheeks glowing with a smile, I knew she felt happy. Inside, I shed tears and smiled, clapping for her in my heart, genuinely feeling happy for her. Although I didn't understand why Moon, who valued her idol career more than life itself, would have a secret relationship, I believe she must have her reasons. Later, I met her boyfriend, whose name was Xiang. He was an impoverished, ordinary man with a honest personality. It was clear to me that Moon was an angel who had saved his life as well. I had taken countless photos of adorable Moon, cool Moon, and quirky Moon. Now I also captured the two of them together. A happy Moon. Until one day I woke up. It got leaked! Photos I had taken of Moon and her boyfriend had made headlines in the news and top trending topics on various international platforms. The headlines read, Moon, a current top idol, exposed for being in a secret relationship, and all fingers pointed at me. The media and fans believed that I had exposed Moon's secret relationship, claiming it was because Moon and I had been competing for the lead role in a famous director's new film. My voice was drowned in the tidal wave of cyberbullying. I had no strength. The overwhelming harassment and my dire situation didn't matter to me, because I knew that Moon, who I couldn't contact, must be suffering 100 times more than I was. My home address was— oh shit! The doxing? Moon announced her withdrawal from the girl idol group 2 days later, becoming an ordinary person. That was the only information I knew about Moon for a long time after the incident. From then on, I completely lost contact with her. Her phone number was disconnected and she moved out of her previous address. My Moon disappeared from my world entirely, as if she had never been there. 3 months later, I received a call from an unfamiliar number. It was Moon's voice. She laughed on the phone, saying she wanted to meet me and gave me the address of her rented apartment. When I arrived at the apartment, Moon opened the door. She, who had always been pale, now looked thin and ghostly like a mannequin. She welcomed me with a smile. At that moment, I could no longer hold back. All my emotions erupted like a volcano from my chest. I hugged her tightly. I cried like a child. I told her the truth. I didn't leak her secret. It wasn't me. Even if you didn't explain, even if it was you, I've already forgiven you long ago, Mio, she said. Moon told me she broke up after leaving the group. She later developed severe depression, shutting herself indoors every day. She knew that the idol career was now utterly ruined, and that was the root of her pain and depression. Yes, I always knew dating meant nothing compared to her obsession with becoming the perfect idol. One person can bring so much happiness and motivation to so many others. That's why I wanted to become an idol. You see, this is Oshinoko, but without a murderer. This is a better plot. I'm sorry. Reuniting with her, I felt like it was finally time to confess my feelings. I hugged her tightly and told her, I like you so much. She replied, I like you the most too. There we go. The Yuri. The Yuri! I looked her in the eyes and said, no, no, no. I love you. Her eyes widened for 2 seconds. I told her how much I have loved her all along. She smiled, tears streaming down her face. You're the most important in my life, Mio, she said. At that moment, all the pain and resentment dissipated. I felt like the happiest person on earth. But then, blood began to trickle from her lips and she suddenly coughed, spitting out a mouthful of blood onto the floor. I called you here because I wanted to see you one last time, Mio, she said. Before you came, I had already taken poison, but I couldn't stop worrying about you. I wanted you to know that I never blamed you. I wanted to see the person I cared about the most before I died. Yes, why didn't I think of it? She was Moon, the one who valued her idol career more than life itself. She could no longer be an idol. After leaving the stage, her life naturally began to wither. She stunningly wanted to meet me. It had to be for a reason. The reason was that she had already decided to leave this world. She simply wanted to see me before she left, to make sure I wouldn't blame myself for her departure. Later, the police and reporters arrived, shouting loudly. At the police station, I sat there like a block of wood, blankly staring, answering questions. Even before the investigation results were released, the news and internet had already labeled me as the murderer who killed Moon, a venomous and malicious woman. Fuck this, man. Even if the police sentenced me to murder and locked me in prison, I wouldn't have cared, because Moon is gone already. A week later, Moon's former boyfriend Xiang knelt before me, his hands and frames of— oh, okay, thank goodness. I thought the boyfriend's gonna blame her or something. He said it was he who had willingly sent— bruh. You fucking idiot! Oh my god. The sorry ain't helping it anymore. She's not here. Xiang told me back in high school, Moon was ostracized and bullied by her classmates for her extraordinary beauty and kindness. Honestly, at first, I was like, why there's so much reading? But now I'm kind of invested. One day, a group of girls in her grade grabbed her by the hair and slammed her head against the wall. It was then that upperclassman Xiang stepped in to protect her. You know what, Xiang? I'll talk shit. When you exposed the photos, I'm not gonna take that back, but still, you did protect her back then. Moon survived a peaceful period under Xiang's protection, although their interaction at that time was limited to just that. After graduating and struggling in Tokyo, Xiang was laid off from his company. The pressures of life crushed him. Rather than saying she was dating me, it's more accurate to say she was saving me. Moon had always been stalked and watched by obsessive fans. Oh my god, the parasocial fans. Xiang cried as he apologized to me repeatedly, saying he wished for Moon to live a peaceful life as an ordinary person. If Moon had starred in the lead role of the movie, she would have undoubtedly become even more famous, and her life would drift rather and farther away from his. He said he was too selfish, so he decided to expose his secret relationship before she started filming the movie. He hoped she would stop being an idol and live a quiet life with him. Fuck that. No, I take it back. Even though you saved her in high school, what's wrong with you? You don't understand Moon's heart at all. That was the last thing I said to Xiang. The days became increasingly unbearable for me, and I grew solitary and withdrawn. Is there an afterlife or a spirit world? Even if there's only a 1 in a million chance, I want to go to the world where Moon exists. Finally, at a subway station, on impulse, I jumped into the tracks, ending my dull and unremarkable life. People's comments on my death were as expected. Guilt drove her to suicide. That venomous woman who killed Moon to steal the lead role in the movie. They mocked, but Moon really wasn't idol material, was she? They secretly dating like that. Being an idol must be really lonely. Ha 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 ha. Fuck off. Thank you. Thank you for coming and listening to my story, even if you're the only one who knows. The long-haired sister finished her story and started smiling at me. She just looked at me gently, and then I noticed her form starting to become ethereal, her once solid figure turning into a faint shadow. The long-haired sister vanished. Maybe if I listen to her story, she could finally find some peace. Well, Mio, I wish you all the success in finding Moon. Oh no, not this one again. Let me just skip this entire dialogue. I'm gonna use this chainsaw. Die! Oh, fuck. You see? Don't give me the clown. Oh, it's a different one. Outside the window is a UFO? Are aliens invading Earth? I thought we were exorcising ghosts and spirits. What's with aliens here? Dude, I just want to get back to the mannequin so I can saw his leg into half. In front of me, a strange humanoid creature suddenly appeared. Hello, Earthling. Oh, I test the intelligence level of Earthlings. Okay, what is the value of pi? Okay, sure. Oh, so I needed to answer that wrong. Okay. Are you fucking serious? What do you mean? Bro, I placed the talisman. Oh, there we go. Give me this chainsaw. There we go. Okay, thank goodness. Is that a baby? I don't like that sound. What is that? Oh my god, I'm just gonna place a fire talisman here. But I'm invisible! Is it a clown again? Just kill me, bro. I don't want to deal. I don't want to play that minigame. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Annoying. Signal is back, Swarming. You look pale. Were you scared? What's going on? Simply put, this subway train was deliberately set here by those people. It's a vortex of chaotic high entropy, so anything can happen. Those people? This train is a trap set by those immortals to take the lifespans of ordinary people. Those people want to live forever, so they keep creating deaths for ordinary people disguised as accidents. At least there's some progress. Since coming to this carriage, I feel a strange itching and burning sensation all over my skin. Bro, I can't avoid them. I'm fucking invisible. I can't see the cockroach. So I need to exercise the radio. That's what I need to do. But I don't have any fucking talismans to use. Salmon, is everything going smoothly? Compared to the initial confusion, I feel a bit more adapted now. I knew you had great talent. Maybe in a few years when your senior brother Bai is gone, you can also become a pillar, filling the personal gap in Tokyo. Senior brother Bai gone? What do you mean? Haha, nothing. Just that I have only 3 years left to live. About to pass away. Huh? Why? The price, he led several large-scale exorcism actions, sealing very powerful demons at the cost of his own lifespan. Don't be fooled by his dull appearance. He is the top 3 exorcist assigned to Japan. He is famous worldwide. He even has many fans within the circle. Who is he? Gojo? Chinese version of Gojo. Some progress, finally. Oh no, the clown. Here we go again. Alright, let's play this game then. The rules of this game are very simple. Hey there, sorry to cut in again. So, the rule of this mini game is you roll 3 dices in the middle. If even one dice is lower than the number 3, then you lose this round. So, all of the dices have to be above 3, depending on how many points you bet. Let's say, for example, you bet 1000, you win, then you get 2000. But during the second dice roll, you can draw from this box. It's a random lottery. You can either gain 1000 points, 500 points, for example, or you can get a debuff. You need to give 100 points to him, etc, etc. But if you want to draw the lottery, it will cost you half of the points you currently own. And the effects on the right side, you can use points to purchase it. For example, the second one, you can use 1500 points to purchase it for 15 times the profit. So if you win just once, it multiplies by 15. But if you lose, then you lost that 1500 points. This game is just bullshit to me. I regretted playing this game because it took me forever and I still couldn't beat it. The closest I got was 8000 something. You need 10,000 points to win this, by the way. And every time I'm close to winning, third dice always roll a low number. Then I never win. I spent like 45 minutes playing this game and I still couldn't get past this. You know what the worst thing is during this part? Is that I don't have any ordinary talisman, so I can exorcise him, skipping the minigame. And there's no spirit fire in the train for me to collect, so I can play the twister. So I just have to keep going in the mini game. And at that point, I just reload the save file from a while ago when I had less progress, so I can keep trying on the twister machine, hoping I can get some ordinary talismans. I don't know if the RNG is just really bad on my side or the game is programmed that way, because it was really fucking hard to get ordinary talisman. I reloaded my save file like 20 times and I still couldn't get it. So the rest of the footage, I'm just gonna skip this whole game because it's not that interesting. It's just me losing in frustration. Thank you very much. Let's just proceed. You see, this is why you don't gamble, kids. You're just wasting your time. Please let me win this. I don't want to play with this. Get fucked, loser! Huh? Hey, this carriage is completely dark. Did the power go out? Won't you? The monster shouted, surprisingly speaking human language. I didn't even have time to react before being hit by a sudden attack. What should I do now? There's on the other side of the window. There's no way to stick a talisman on it. It seems to be playing hide and seek with me. If it sees and finds me, I might not be able to react in time and it will kill me. I'll observe its movements and the condition of this carriage more closely. Maybe I can find a way to sneak close on it. I don't have a talisman! Dude, these normal talismans are so much more useful than fire and invisibility. This is the scariest one, dude. Finally got rid of it. This should be the last one, right? Not easy at all. Hey, the lights are on and the carriage is back to normal. Swanmin, boy said the high entropy chaotic field on your side has disappeared. Good job. Yes, it's finally over. In this way, this human train furnace is destroyed, and those people can no longer use this train to eat people. But there are still many similar furnaces. Anyway, we've been done here for more than 10 minutes. The division has already transferred money to my phone. Let's go have a late night snack together when you come out. How about hot pot in Ikebukuro? Or do you want to eat crayfish? Let's eat hot pot. Receive a report from the exorcism division. The anomaly has been cleared and the emergency state is lifted. Why is this in Chinese? You can come out now. We are waiting for you at the subway entrance. Yeah, work is done. See you later, Swanman. The game is over. This game is a small independent project created by me alone. It is also the first game I have ever made. Hand-drawn art for the game, level and gameplay design, and the story writing and content production were completed by me all alone. The music and sound effects of the game come from free commercially available copyrighted sources or the public domain. Oh, last part did scare me because that one was very scary. But the clown is just annoying. This lady was very nice. Of course, I got very frustrated because of the technical errors in this game. But like the developer said, it's made in RPG Maker, which is very incredible. This game doesn't look like it's made in there, and it somehow worked. Quite a short game. I think $4.99 is a fair, reasonable price. The art is very nice. Music, sound, not too bad actually. I did see that the DLC got cancelled mainly because of RPG Maker limitations, which can't be helped honestly. I think I expected a bit more of a story, but the gameplay is not too bad honestly. I enjoyed the Yuri story. It's not really too much of an issue to me if some of the texts are in Chinese, like this is still in Chinese for some reason because I know Chinese, so it's not really a big problem. But for other people, they might have difficulty if something gets stuck in Chinese, because I saw a video and the guy died once and then the language somehow got turned into Chinese instead of staying in English. I wonder if the developer is intending to make other games, which I'm very curious and interested. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a nice day or nice night depending on where you are, and take care.